Every Spider-Man Ever presents Amazing Spider-Man issue 36. A meteor falls from the sky and a man called Norton G. Fester discovers it. He thinks that a fortune will soon be his as he can use the meteor to discover microscopic life from space. But because no one will pay him for his research, he decides just to hit it with a hammer and chisel. The meteor sprays him with a gas that makes him super strong and able to jump slightly higher than usual, and so he instantly turns to crime. Meanwhile and elsewhere, Peter Parker has noticed that all the kids have friendship groups, but he's been too busy fighting Kraven and the Molten Man to do any of this friendship thing. But he's ready to try now, and things are looking good when he gets chatting with Sally Green, a girl who doesn't believe the rumours about Peter being a jerk. In fact, she even made a bet with Gwen Stacy that he isn't that bad, and they're getting on well until she mentions how smart Peter is, and Peter starts acting like a jerk to her in response, because he can't have people just liking him for his smarts. That's what Betty did. It looks like Gwen was right all along. Across town, Norton G. Fester is calling himself the Looter. With his new powers and a device that flashes a bright light, he robs a bank, and then robs more and more in the following days. But soon the meteor is out of gas and he needs to find another one. Coincidentally, there's a meteor on display at the local museum. It's the same museum that Peter Parker is at, and also Gwen Stacy, who is following Peter, hoping that this will be a chance to get to know him more. So it's really unfortunate that the Looter strikes on that very day, and Gwen learns that Peter is a coward who runs away at the first sign of danger. Little does she know that he'll be returning moments later as the Amazing Spider-Man. Spidey and the Looter fight one another, with the Looter putting exhibits in harm's way to distract Spider-Man and stop him from hitting him. Eventually the Looter uses his flashing machine, blinding everybody in the room except for Spider-Man, who closed his eyes under the mask. That good news for Spider-Man quickly turned bad when the Looter pushes over a large exhibit on top of the blinded patrons. Spider-Man is able to save the day, but not without losing the Looter. And when he becomes Peter Parker again, Gwen Stacy turns up her nose at this coward and continues to mock him at school the next day. Peter just can't win, but he does realise that the Looter left empty-handed, so he stakes out the museum. It pays off on the last day of the exhibit, and Spider-Man is there once more to stop the Looter from stealing the meteor. The Looter is ready though, and inflates a helium balloon, floating up and away from our hero. But Spider-Man isn't done yet, and he uses a flagpole to catapult himself up to the escaping thief. At first, Spidey holds on with webs, and when they fail, he grabs hold of the Looter's foot, eventually swinging himself up to deliver one knockout blow. With the Looter defeated, Spider-Man unmasks him, makes fun of his looks, and then deflates the balloon so they both descend back to Earth. Just as the police arrive, Spider-Man escapes to the rooftops and takes pictures for tomorrow's paper. Thanks for watching, and while you decide what to watch next, here's our fun fact about this issue. The Looter was almost called the Meteor Man, a name that Jerry Conway preferred and used when the character returns in Marvel Team Up issue 33.